for the best. All right. Once again, we are back. We are live in the man cave. It is Sunday night, 7:30 ish. And we appreciate y'all taking time out of your day to rock with us. We do have we got the show tonight, but we're gonna do things a little different. Our original co-host, the All-State PJ and the All-State Quick, are not available, but we feel pretty good about the three guest hosts that we got in the man cave to rock with us tonight. So we want to start. We'll go, I guess, top. We'll kind of do it in a square type, from what I can see. We got a head coach from Lake Region, Coach Shake Simmons. AKA we play for JJ. In the man cave, we got Bart Long, Reggie Polite in the man cave, and we also got one of our original vets, Coach Hen from Lakeland High School in the man cave. Welcome, fellas. Appreciate y'all stepping in the gap for us and rocking with us tonight. What's going on with you?
Living the dream.
Living the dream. Yes, sir. Well, I give all three of y'all a chance to say anything that you want to say before we get going. Anything for the good of the cause. If you want a quick intro, you want to, you can. If not, you don't have to. But just give you the flow for a minute before we dive in.
You got to speak up, Simmons. We can't hear you, cuz your mic broke.
He started already, but I'm already what he's going. So tonight I'm on here. What he say at the bottom, man? We JJ, so I'm representing that young man, and then I'm sit in the passenger seat and let him drive.
Okay. All right. Coach Polite.
Um, you know, I'm just happy to be here. Finally, I can not be in the comments and kindly be on the show. So, hey man, they always say the smartest man in the room just sit back and watch everything. So
There it is.
I'll jump in when I jump in.
Yes, sir. I like it. Coach Hen.
Yeah, just happy to be back, man. You know, Coach is happy to get the invite back. Happy to be back on Pole Hoops. Gonna be an interesting show.
Yes, sir. Okay, well, since we don't have the tune take or the coaches corner, we just gonna kind of jump in. I got something I read the other day, and all three of y'all can speak on it, how you feel about it. And the question was: should incoming high school freshman who has college interest and or offer automatically be placed on varsity, regardless of who is already in the program? Once again, incoming high school freshman. I ain't played a second on in high school, but he already got interest and offers coming in. Should he automatically be placed on varsity regardless of what's already there?
I feel no, but in this society, in this day and age, politics will be like, yes, he got offers, he got all that, so he deserved to be there. But when we grew up, it had to be earned. Like these days, kids don't feel they gotta earn nothing no more because they already come in with a name from somebody who probably ain't never played basketball before, just a scout saying, "Oh, this is who I want. He look good." In summer ball where they play no defense, and then he deserved to be on your varsity team. When you got kids that's been there working hard, I feel he shouldn't be on
I mean, nothing given. I feel the same way. Like he got to earn that. And to be honest, if you somebody who's awesome, they pretty much did the work behind the scenes. They're going through it. We're going to do this, so on and so forth. They not most of they're not going to go to. They know nothing about. I mean, they take a chance on potentially going there or you know, at least or not be given an opportunity at a starring role. Those type of kids are they coming in with an ego. They don't have that ego. So that's a that's a situation that we probably won't never have to the luxury of deal with.
Nah, only Bartow and Haven have to deal with that kind of stuff. They don't come to you and me, Shake. Go ahead, Rex.
Smart man once said nothing at all. Hey, but listen, I don't know. I think when it comes to Polk County specifically, if there's an incoming freshman that does have a couple offers, I feel like you gotta play that kid. Just because if it's a basketball offer and we a football heavy county, you just gotta respect it. Now, if that kid's in Orlando, definitely not. If it's a Dr. Phillips program, you gotta wait, and especially if that offer from Stetson offering seventh graders. Come on, you
So
can.
you're saying if it comes from Stetson or it's different than Orange County. So the incoming freshman in Orange County hold a lot more weight than the incoming freshman in Polk.
It's just not even. It's not really pertaining towards weight. It's pertaining towards depth. Because let's be honest, there's more depth when it comes to basketball in Orange County than there is in Polk. So it has nothing to do about weight and how much weight somebody holds. It's about the depth. Because Dr. Phillips might have, five D1 prospects. Now you got a freshman that got one Division 1 offer, and let's take that to Polk County. You got a one prospect on your high school varsity team with a D2 offer, and you got a freshman with a Division 1 offer. It changes things. It's all about depth. It's not really based on who holds more weight.
Okay, I'll take that. I'll take that. Good, good, good mindset. Before we continue, I want to give both of you all, Coach Shake and Coach Hen, just pause for a minute, Coach Polite. But both of y'all guys are back coaching, which again, you never stop coaching, but you are continuing to coach. Both of y'all through some tragedy. We just put it out there. Both of y'all have kind of had some tragedy that y'all have had to deal with in your program. So first of all, we just want to say uh, thank God he still is and blessing business. But just want to kind of give you all both your flowers for how you all have kind of persevered and continue to work. Both of you all individual things that have happened in your programs. Um, I know off the air, both of y'all have spoke on how much love the county has showed to you. Um, how appreciative you all both have been with that. So then know if you don't have to, we just always give you a chance to speak on it live. If you want to speak on it live, you can. I meant to start the show that way, so my bad on that. But if you don't, then that's fine. We'll keep it pushing. But I just want to give you both a chance. And both in separate ways, but both have been very, you've been through some stuff. So if you want to speak on it, you can. If not, we'll keep it moving. I'll pause and give y'all both that opportunity if you choose to or not.
I mean, I choose to say just about the fact, um, you know, that's something that we're going to be dealing with pretty much all year. But it definitely it's just an amazing feeling to see the programs. I think as the person to hear from, whether we had a working relationship or a personal relationship or not, so all the coaches just just reaching out and I can do so on and so forth. That was huge. And to be honest, I mean, I really haven't even given myself an opportunity to really truly like breathe it or anything of that nature because I had to put the kid and that young man's grandmother and his mother, I put them first and making sure that they're okay. Because like I been saying, when someone dies, people always say, "Oh, they were a kid or a good kid." This kid, it was like still alive as a kid, and I pretty much sat him with his grandmother down. And I told him last year, I'm gonna build it around. You know, look, it's going in the right direction. So I don't know, what are we gonna do by the time it's over with? It's just gonna always be a feeling because it's like this very thing that we were building. Like, that's how um, is no longer with us in I think he definitely showed us he's there, he's gonna be there spiritual. That first game, um, us having that hit the buzzer beater, I think we all just kind of felt his presence. And if you go back a year ago, we lost both of our games by like 50. So the, a year later, we win one. We another tough one. So in the right direction. But yeah, man, it's going to be something that we deal with uh, throughout the year. But man, much respect, props to the Polk County Coach. Some of those guys who sat with me. I was just blown away.
Okay. Thank you, Coach, for sharing that. Appreciate it. Coach Hen. I mean, you don't have to, but just getting your
No,
check.
coach. I mean, I'm good. I just thank everybody for all the get wells, all the prayers, and everything like that. I'm back. It was just a spur of the moment thing that happened. Lord blessed me to still be on this earth, so I'm still pushing and doing what I'm supposed to do, and that's help kids. So just continue to thank you for the prayers and being in my corner. I appreciate it.
Okay. All right. We just want to get y'all this on that. So, Coach, I don't know if you recognize Tony Martin in the chat. That's Horace Martin.
Yeah, I see him.
Yeah. So, Horace sneak in with the uh, undercover names. We don't know who he is. So, but all right. So, question, and this is regarding coaching. All you guys have had a taste of coaching, being coach. How coaches talk to players. Okay. So let me give you kind of a little context. I saw this probably a couple weeks ago where it was a real big post and like a discussion with how coaches. It was a little league post, but how little league coaches talk to players, like how aggressive they talk to them, the language that they use, and it was kind of a debate about how to talk to players and what is too much. And then there was a college coach that, without me saying the college coach name or the kid's name, essentially the kid was kind of talking to another player on the team, and he was talking about like strategies for us, how we need to guard this person or this team, you know. And the coach, I guess, heard, and the coach kind of came in and went off. Essentially, was saying the kid don't know what the F he's talking about, and you just play, you let us coach type deal. And it kind of, the kid kind of a little upset. He reached out to his high school coach and kind of thanked his high school coach for always allowing him to and his teammates to have some input on the game plan. And if they saw something, they had the ability to talk on it, to speak on it. They didn't have to feel like they, was muzzled and they couldn't talk. So, how coach talk toward players? Is there a line? I don't know if I'm saying this right. Is there a line, or if you just coaching the kid up? And this kind of go in line with, and it brought it back to my attention yesterday when I was reading about Cristobal in Miami. He essentially telling parents, if you don't like what you're doing, come pick your child up type deal. So
Really?
putting all that into a box, into a bow, is it too much? Is it never? Is it never too? I mean, when you coaching the kid up, is everything kind of open game, or what's y'all take on that? Ask coaches who have coached and who has also been coached.
It's different now. It's a lot different now. The things that I can remember playing football in those by my man. you know, that's sort of thing. The reason,
Coach, you got me lucky too, man. Here,
huh?
I said I'm glad Tuma not here.
Yeah, cause we can't hear nothing you saying. I ain't want to interrupt you because you look like you was in there, like you were passionate. You know what I'm saying? But we couldn't hear nothing. Reggie rubbing his ear for you, but
Yeah, Reggie doing the corporate thing. He gonna just take
Yeah,
it and click in. But when you start working out, or you go to it would be in real form right now. But go ahead, Coach. I'm sorry.
I was just saying it's different. I had to learn to adapt. Um, back when I had the pleasure of coaching Reggie, I was a lot more animated than I am now. Um, and because it was that was just something that they were accustomed to. Now you run the risk of you know man, a kid will you looking for him the next day and he'll be gone because when changes happen in the house in the home, no child is going to allow someone else to speak to them in the manner in which if they never hear that at home, then they're going to struggle with that. Um, my attitude is I know the generation in which I came from, that stuff never bothered me, but I've also realized that the generations change. So um, you have to be careful. And then the advice that was given to me, you better always cover the big check over the little check. I'm an educator first, and so that also comes into play with how you say stuff. Um, I don't believe that profanity and things of that nature are necessary. Like you got to do all of that stuff. But we are all God's children, so we're at fault sometimes, and we get animated and things of that nature. I just think depending on the relationship of the kid, determine whether you can, how much what to say to the kid.
Gotcha. Okay. Coach Polite, Coach 10, anyway, y'all want to jump in. What's going on, Coach Patton? Good to see you, boss.
go ahead.
And you want it?
I mean, yeah, I mean, everybody can't play for Coach Ian, cuz. You feel me? I'm telling you straight up. Everybody can't play for me. I ain't for the weak. If you can't take it, don't come to Lakeland. And I'm just telling you the truth. I was coached by Coach Barnes, Polk, Mr. Polk Hughes himself, and he said what he needed to say, and he got his message over the way he needed to get it over. It might have pertained to cuss word, it might have not. But he got it to us, and we understood what he was saying. It's the same way there. I love each and one of my players like my own. And sometimes they might need to hear a little extra emphasis on the cuss word than they do on the regular word. Everything ain't for you to say, nice job, guys. We're gonna get them next time. That ain't for everybody. You know what I'm saying? Where I come from, that wouldn't work for me. I looked at the coaching live. Like, what is you talking about? Like, you ain't gonna no fire, no nothing. Let's go, guys, and all that. So no, I definitely want you gotta speak your mind, coach your way. And if kids react different ways, every kid can't take that, but they understand you love them, they'll be able to take it. You know what I'm saying?
Okay. Coach Polite.
I'm gonna hit two different points. First point is how I was coached. So McGriff now is the same basketball genius, but the intensity level, as far as like being animated, completely different. So I would say when I was in high school, it was all right. You need to da 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 da, da, like really giving it to you, like some Chris Tucker, like for real. If you didn't respond, it's like you have to respond. That's all we knew at the time. So you do what you got to do because you don't want to hear that every time. You don't want to hear that every time you go to the play. In a game, you don't want to hear it in practice. So you just do what you got to do. All right. Point two: the kids now today they sensitive and they
Very.
got too many options.
Mm-hmm.
So as a coach, this is where a lot of coaches, fumble the ball. No pun intended. you don't know the kid. I can be a coach. I don't know the kid. I got my teaching style. I'm gonna say this to him, and now I lost him. He felt like, okay, the coach, like you said line. I think the word you was looking for was boundaries. When a coach cross a boundary with a player, that kid might not forgive you ever again after that. It might be it's no coming back. So some coaches need to know what boundaries not to cross, what boundaries to cross. And then also when you got a coach that, kind of the new wave of coaching is I'm a player coach. Like we can have like a relationship, we can laugh, we can enjoy each other, but when it's time to play, it's time to play. So that's kind of the two different types of coaching styles in today's age. But the kids today are sensitive and they got too many options. Because if I don't like something you say to me one practice, I'm looking elsewhere. So you got to keep that in mind as a coach. Like, all right, let me not say this because he might potentially be out of here.
No,
So,
like I tell them train every day. It's 8 doors in that gym. It's 8.
but I'm speaking from like I understand how it is at Lakeland, and most of the time you can kind of like voice your opinion the way you want, and the kid either respond or don't. I'm speaking from a like high school and then like a college level. Because let's say you do that at a college, let's say you get the opportunity to coach at Southeastern. Are you going to keep that same mindset? You're going to hit that 8 doors?
You can't
and
cuss at
then,
Southeastern. I probably won't be able to go there, but like.
And then I understand, but the what I'm getting
No,
at
I
is,
get what you're saying, though. I definitely get what you're saying.
yeah, the way you approach it, it might be different because
Gotta
you
be
have that
something
same
different.
mindset. Come game day, it'd be you and the towel boy looking at each other like, all right, where everybody else at? You feel me? So you just gotta, you kind of gotta watch what you're going on.
Yeah.
But yeah.
So I mean, how do you? I mean, like Coach Shake say, you say the wrong thing, and you say the same thing. Essentially, Coach Black, you say the wrong thing, and they in the portal per se.
They teleporting. Teleport.
But then, like he ain't say back in the day, you say what you want to say, and look, this is is. And I agree with you. Like one of y'all said it about if the kid know that you. This is how it used to be anyway. What's going on, Coach? Coach Billy D, All State coach, in the comments. Appreciate you tapping in. It used to be that way. I can coach you as hard as I want to coach you because at the end of the day, you know I care about you. So my delivery, it didn't even matter what my delivery was because you knew where the place I'm coming from. But a couple of y'all points, that don't even matter nowadays. I don't. These kids know you care about them because, in my opinion, you wouldn't be doing it if you didn't care about them. So they know you care about them. So if a kid know you care about them and you getting on them, why we leaving? And I know that might be an easier question to answer than it probably should be. But if I know a coach care about me and he coaching me hard, he getting on me, why am I leaving?
But you thinking about that as a grown man right now. But as a child, you're not thinking like that. So it's different. You leaving because you're uncomfortable. That's why you leaving. That's the only reason. Comfort. Everybody wants to be comfortable. So as soon as you hit, all right, I'm uncomfortable. I feel like I don't know where my place is. And you being a child, you don't have that communication, those communication skills. Because as adults, as men, sometimes we lack communication. So as a player, even in high school, might not know how to communicate with your coach. You might not feel comfortable talking to your coach and sitting down. So if you feel uncomfortable, you feel like the best option is for me to exit. That's the issue.
I think the biggest issue is that once upon a time, coach, you also had the parent support. Now, the main one gonna be in the office, and as soon as you say anything, or like as Coach Light say, you do something to make them uncomfortable. Oh, you gonna talk to your AD in most situations. Now, there may be a few, but they don't have to worry about that. But in most cases, it's the big difference is that I can remember vividly, my mother and my father through all the sports that I played. I couldn't go to them and tell them what a coach did or said, but now you feel more phone calls. Oh, you hurt his feelings, or he should be doing this, or it's a lot different.
Yeah, because when my mama dropped me off to Coach Barnes and I was 13, 12 years old, she said, take care of my baby. And I ain't come back and tell her, oh, Coach Barnes told me I ain't working hard today or this. Or when she took me to Darren McGriff, oh, Coach, your son ain't. No, I ain't going home telling my mama nothing.
Right.
Like, that's what I'm here for. When I go to college, I can't call my mama. Mama, the coach don't like me. Can I leave? Like, they gave these kids too much of that. The generation is soft, bro. And it's honest. They are, bro. I love these kids to death, but none of these kids could play when we played back then. Because you can't run to your parents. Your parents weren't calling the coach. My son ain't playing. Your parent telling you where you be getting there and practice harder or do what you need to do get on the court. Not, oh, what's wrong? My baby can't play. Like, that don't make, I hate that. Like, that's the
Yeah,
worst thing ever. You a parent, you running here, but I got my baby's best interest in heart. No, you got your baby telling you he can't get in. You want to find out what you can do. Nothing. Your child can play harder, work harder, and maybe he'll see the flow.
yeah. I mean, I feel like as if adversity struck as a player, I might get hit. Coach might say something to me in practice, blah blah blah, right? If adversity strikes me as a player 10 years ago, I'm getting back in the gym. All right, coach, what did I do? What I did wrong? What I need to do? Blah blah. Now it's social media. I'm about to get on Twitter and be in my feelings instead of addressing the issue at hand. It's totally different circumstances now. Everybody feel like instead of reaching out to the coach, oh, I'm about to pull my phone out, get on Facebook, tweet something, post something. Might post an old selfie with some money with an NBA YoungBoy song. It's different now.
Yeah.
Instead of posting the NBA YoungBoy song, try to get to the NBA. It's a different age.
Do you think if you could pull your phone out when you play, it would be different? Is it because you can pull your phone out, or is the kids different, or is the technology has aided in this? Do you think if you could do this, if it was a transfer reporter back in the day, if it was a social media like it is back in the day, do you think we would be now having this conversation? This conversation would have happened way before now.
That's tough because when I was in high school, I had Facebook, but I knew it's not what it is now. I grew up with social media. Like
No.
everything that came out, I was there. But I'm trying to get better. I'm not going to Facebook. It's different. It's totally different. So like when adversity strikes again, we're going back to the word comfort. I'm gonna get on this. I'm gonna seek comfort instead of addressing the situation or attacking the adversity head on. I might need to not go. It's something as simple as like going and shooting free throws after practice. Oh, you doing it? You missing too many free throws. All right, I'm going to the locker room, I'm pulling my phone out, and I'm going home instead of staying in the gym and shooting free throws and actually getting better. It's that simple.
Another
But
thing,
it's
bro, that's different now that I see that I hate is say you play your rival school, right? Like, okay, know your friends off the court, but your rival school, bro, I get in trouble. Coaches be mad at me because I don't speak when I come in the gym. Because at this point, when the game we get on the bus, me and you ain't got nothing to say to each other after the game. You're a rival school. The kids, they dapping up, laughing, giggling with them after the game. No, you don't do that. Like the whole rivalry thing is going. I understand the sportsmanship. I shook your hand. But us chilling, us taking pictures, us that no, bro, you lose that. And like this generation does that a lot too. Like you win, you run straight to your phone, you want to take pictures with your friend. No, you didn't beat me. I ain't got nothing to say to you. I'm in the locker room.
when they
I'm ready to
start.
go
I got a
home.
question. When they start jersey swapping in high school, cut that out.
Come on, man.
They do that. They do that now.
Cut that
Yeah,
out. I mean, the selfies after the game is like a jersey swap.
I done seen coach kids get their phone, take pictures with the person who just beat you. Why we got pictures together?
Like this.
Like, why we
It's,
taking pictures together?
it's crazy out here.
Like, you see it and people see nothing wrong with it. Like, oh no, that's good sport. No, that's not sportsmanship, bro. That's
So what is sportsmanship? Just shake your hand. That's
yeah,
it.
I should
You
have. Good job. And we
Okay.
going about our business.
So you don't even want to shake hands really after the loss.
Coach, you coach me, coach. You know how it was. You know, plenty game. You had to stop me from going in the locker room after we lost. Like, I ain't got nothing to say to them. I'm ready to get back in here.
This kind of a question that kind of goes along with this, and I know you guys are in education, so you can kind of look at it from a different lens. Does it change different in the classroom than on the court or on the field? You still teaching. You still in an educational capacity as an educator, right? So does it change? Because I can speak when I was at Kathleen High School without putting no teachers on blast, but there was a lot of conversation that wasn't PG or corporate, but you knew what they was talking about, you knew what time it was, and you know you not to cross them. So it was very normal at Kathleen High School for you to get some of these conversations in the classroom, third period, fourth period, not after school at practice. You got this like changing classes. So does it change? Because we are in the business of teaching kids, whether we're teaching them in the classroom, on the court and the field is supposed to be an extension of the classroom. At least that's the what they say. So does that change from the classroom to the, if it's okay on the field, should it then be okay in the classroom also?
I spoke about that earlier. With you better know what your know the difference between your big and your little shit. But I will say, kids have not changed in this regard. If they know that you care, if you can, if they know you care, you can say some things, say more things. Maybe that person can feel like that doesn't actually care about them, because the kids see through the BS better than adults.
I don't know, coach. I got relationships with my kids.
Right.
And some kids that I'm close with, I know like that, they need that talk. Some kids just won't not go to class. Some kids just not doing their work. Some kids just need that, man, get your rump in there and get your work. What is you doing? And they look at you, yes, sir. And they understand. And not even if they sports kids. But there's again, there go another parent that parents want to shelter their kids, because that's what you're saying at home. That's what you're talking to them at home that way. Maybe if we have more parents talking to them that way, the child won't be a different kid at school. But y'all don't want to have that conversation. I'm the one to give you that conversation. Because your child don't act the same way at home as they do in that schoolhouse. Trust me.
That's a true statement. Well, Coach Blatt, I'll let you jump in for what's your take? I know you're an educator, so what's your take?
I mean, I'm still fresh in it, so I mean, my perspective on how students react to the classroom is a little bit different from everybody else. But usually, I try to kind of like see what you're interested in. So if you're in a class you feel like you don't need to be taking that class, I'm gonna try to break it down to you how this could benefit you later in life, or maybe take a class that you have some interest in. So that's kind of my approach on it. It's a little bit different from everybody else, you know. All right, you need to. When it comes to education, I don't do that because first off, if you're not being pushed to read at home and you try to read at school on your own will, the likelihood of that happening is slim. And you trying to do it at a high level to attend college, 9 times out of 10, it's not going to happen. So the goal is to see what interests that child to where they want to do it by themselves. Because if I got to hold metaphorically, I don't want to say it, to your head for you to go to class, something's wrong. You should be able to want to do that by yourself.
Oh.
So that's my take on that.
It's a good point. And to Coach Billy D point, and he had spoke on this earlier. When I was coaching, when I coached Hen and all the guys coming up, it was something to that village. It was something to the fact that when your parent drop you off to practice, or when I went and pick you up from school, we going on a tournament that. And I say this now when I deal with kids. Look, my job is to get you back to your parents the same way that you came to me. And I'm going to see about you, and I'm going to talk to you the same way I talk to my child. So if you wrong, I'm going to straighten you. And you didn't get that pushback back in the day as much. And I've been off the sideline for a long time. So it's like Coach said, if parents know you care about the kids, but with that, you can say that. I know you care about my child, but I'm still moving my child. It's like we kind of having two conversations. How you moving him or her? Because we want to make sure we show love to the ladies too.
Mm-hmm.
How you move him or her if you know
I care about
him. It's like you said two different things. You told me I care about him. You know I care about him, and that's why I'm talking to him like that. But then you move him. It's like it's because of how I said what I said. You're moving them, but you know it's coming from a place that I'm just trying to get the best out of your child, which is why you got him here with me in the first place. At least I thought that's why you had him here with me in the first place. So now, if I can't do that, then as a coach, what do I do? It's like, are you just on the whole crystal ball thing? Come get them. I mean, at some point, like you said, like you're gonna be out there with just with the towel guys in a minute. Because if you had that mindset, you can have that mindset too. But who you gonna throw out there? Who you gonna line up?
And if Cristobal saying that at Miami right now, boy, he gonna be out of there in 2 years.
Come on, man. And that's the thing, Cristobal. You got to be careful. Like Coach Shake said, you got to be careful. You coming in trying to change the culture. Y'all struggling not to get on Miami, but I mean he made the comment. But it's like, do you get a pass, Cristobal? I mean, go ahead, Hen. I know you're a Gator, so go ahead and tap in.
Oh no, I ain't remember that. I seen the hater in the chat, the Kiki dude. He mad because his Jets lost. He said something slick. I ain't remember that, man.
About your Raiders hoodie?
Yeah.
Yes, you just caught that one. I wasn't gonna say nothing. But so y'all as a collective, he sound like you say it's more with the parents. Coach Shea, you saying it's kind of in the middle, and Coach Polite, you just kind of saying you just gotta kind of tread lightly with what you choose to say to who you choose to say it to. Is that kind of just what we're saying?
Just some days I wish parents would just come and just sit in the little class, the little hallway, and hear their child. And then that's your child telling every word out the cuss word book, saying it to these teachers in this classroom. But then as soon as your child come home and say your teacher said something to you, you want to run to the school in your house coat.
Mm-hmm.
Come on, cuz it don't work like that. But that's society. That's how it is these days, coach. And it's totally different. It's hard. Teachers don't get paid enough. I can tell you that now. Coaches don't get paid enough for the stuff we have to go through with these kids. If I ain't love it, I wouldn't be doing it. Because you definitely ain't doing it for the money.
So it's all about the love. It's all about the love, and parents could care less. Are we saying that? Not all parents, because I don't want nobody in Polk inbox. We're not saying all parents. But is it harder to coach kids nowadays and talk to them because of parents? Is that kind of the gist of it?
That's definitely the gist on my end.
That and they're sensitive, and let's be honest, a lot of the parents just care about game day. That's it.
Good point.
That's it.
My bad, coach. We can't make a layup over here. God damn.
They just care about game day. Or the end of the semester.
in the game day, in the semester, and at both points, it's too late at that point, right? It's too late on game day, and it's too late once it's in the semester. It's like
Bait chicken, you done.
What we gonna do? We gonna get ready for next semester.
Bait chicken.
We gonna get ready for next semester. I mean, what else we gonna do? This.
And then it's your fault. It's your fault that they kid ain't got grades.
3 weeks before graduation.
Ain't eligible. Yeah, your kid ain't graduating. It's the coach's fault. Because you the everyday coach, you can fix that. No, your child bring homework every day. You should be checking his parent portal. Yeah, see them. That's a conversation the parents don't be want to have.
Please come see us. Okay. Y'all got parents got internet access, don't they?
Parent portal. They can get on there right now. We all can get on here at one time and type.
It might take a little bit longer if you got cricket, but everybody should got access to it.
And I check both my baby grades weekly. They both high schoolers. They already know that. Come on, man, parents.
So, kind of not this line with for us how coaches talk to players, but kind of in the same breath with. And this is your guy said this quote, Coach Cal. Y'all take on this. As coaches, he said, body language screams. Let me make sure I'm reading it right. Body language screams. Most of the time, it is an immature thing, but the second side of it is it's a lack of mental toughness. So, how do you address? Yeah, shout out to cricket. We need to get a cricket sponsorship.
For real, I need a T-shirt or something.
Cricket, a lot of love on the show, but hey, shout out to cricket, man. A lot of cricket, a lot of love from Polk.
Shout out to Metro too.
Metro and cricket, man. We got to keep it. But
shout out Metro.
Do you all feel that? How do you all feel about that statement about body language screen? He said, first of all, it's an immature thing. And then second is a lack of mental toughness. So he's saying essentially body language is immaturity and mental toughness. As coaches, how y'all take that?
I agree with Coach Cal. You know, he's a great coach. You know what he's talking about, Coach. You know, I totally agree. You know,
Coach Cal?
Coach Calipari.
He's a Kentucky guy, Coach Polite, just to put.
Listen, let me give you my perspective on Coach Cal.
Okay, Polite, that's not
No.
We was on the question. The question was, do you agree? It's not your perspective on Coach Calipari. That's not the show, cuz.
I feel some type of way about the Kentucky program, though. But that's another time. I'll DM you. We'll hit it.
Yeah, we can talk DM them all the time. Yeah.
But yeah. Coach Cali, I feel like he don't even coach, man. He's just a recruiter. That's all I gotta say.
Hardest thing to do is to coach a bunch of talented.
Hardest thing to do. It's hard out here.
So when you get a kid with body language. And we know how these kids are. They're very demonstrative. I don't know if that's the word nowadays. So you don't have to wonder if a kid feel a certain way.
They're going to show you.
Nowadays, they're going to show you for this. So as coaches, current coaches and former coaches, all y'all are either current or former coaches, how do you deal? Because, see, back in the day, and I ain't saying I'm old, but I've been a little while. Back in the day when he and them was of age, I didn't have to worry about body language. But if I did, I had the permission, if that's the right word, from their parents. Essentially, you handle them like you would handle your own. So however you would deal with CJ, if he tried you, that's how you handle mine. That was what in the fight. That's what I had. That's what McGriff had. Both McGriffs broke. All the coaches that was in the 5 months here, and that you look at it nowadays, and you realize how privileged that you were that you had that type of permission, because you just don't have that nowadays. You don't have that type of. Even if a parent tell you that, it don't take but one camera one video that gets sent, not even from your team or from your parents, from the other team or somebody who waiting to play 3 hours later. They took the picture. They don't know the background. They don't know the conversation they don't know the relationship you got with the parents, with the kid, what you done been through with the kid living in your house 3 days out the week, you feeding them at school. They don't get none of that background. So you dag near the child off at this point. So, bruh, that's how that's the conversation we gonna have if we need to. And then you gotta get pulled into the AD office. You gotta get pulled into the principal office off some stuff that, you know what I'm saying? So it's like you almost can't even operate the way that kid needs to operate because of all these other outside influence parameters that you don't even know what's going on.
Thursday night I had, I think, 6 kids, bad body language. I didn't say anything to them because I even though we needed subs, even though I needed to make some substitutions, their bad body language made it real easy for me. I said a word to them until after the game was over. I just didn't play them. Like you're gonna, if you're gonna be demonstrative like that and show me, because that right there, I have an issue with that from my days in AAU and talking to college coaches all the time, because we would always tell our kids, like, little things like, sprint off the floor, shake hands, dap your guys up, stand up when somebody coming out of the game with these major, because if a college coach only got a small window with which to make a decision about you want to make sure everything that you do is above board. So body language, like, don't let the whole entire gym know that you're upset because you're not playing as much as you want to play. Like that's we're a family, so we're supposed to keep certain things in house. So bad body language for me, like I that right there will get you just what you want off the team, or you won't play that night, or whatever the case may be. Because I have an issue with that.
Okay. Either one of y'all want to tap in? You don't have to. Just always give everybody a chance to speak.
No, body language means splinters. That's all. Just that simple. I ain't finna argue with you. Come on, sit down and help us coach.
When it comes to body language, I feel like everybody, you can show disappointment or you can show that you kind of down, but when it's time to go, it's time to go. I might drop my head, but when the ref get the opposing team the ball on to pass the ball in, I'm locked in again. So I mean, you can't overanalyze it, but when it comes to kids, you trying to coach a kid up, and he kind of like looking away, like that's disrespectful. You might as well spit in my face at that point. But when it comes to like kids being down, and you pick them up. That's what you coach your kid up. That's why you there.
Yeah.
To change his body language. He a child. You try to hold a kid up to a higher standard than yourself.
Yeah, that's
So yeah, you gotta be able to coach the kid up. But when it comes to like you trying to talk to him and he looking away, and now boys rolling their eyes. When that started, man, rolling their eyes. Come on, man.
How do you deal with? He's a kid. How do you continue to remember it's a child, it's a kid, it's a teenager, it's a young man, young woman, girls? When they give you that language, that body language, and then in some cases they give you, like Coach Hagan just said, they give you that verbal language.
Yeah.
And so now you gotta kick yourself, like, hold on now. Because you revert back to when that happens. Well, I can't speak for everybody. Most time when that you become a parent. Right. So you like, hold on, I know my child ain't finna talk to me sideways like that. And I ain't gonna let nobody else shout. So it's like you gotta kind of catch yourself, because it can go left quick. And nowadays, like you say, these kids know they got social media. They know they got the admin. They know they got the AD office. They know they got their parents. They know they got the principal. And they just say what they want to say, whether it's true or not. And now you as a coach are sitting there having to defend some stuff that didn't even happen. Yeah. That didn't happen like it was, brought to the ad folks. So that that become
Yeah. And I also, not to cut you off, I also feel like that kind of, if you have a foundation, you kind of know what the boundary is as a coach, and you know what the boundary is as a player. So if I cross the boundary as a coach, I can expect this and that. If I cross the boundary as a player, all right, I'm gone. If I know I'm going to respond this way, I know I'm gone. So it all comes down to foundation. If that's set in stone and everybody got a clear understanding of okay, if I say this or if I do this, I'm out of here. I feel like you would kind of come across that a little bit less, but I understand it does get in the heat of the moment. Tempers do flare. If it can get to a point where you can have that conversation, sit down, like, all right, this I didn't like the way you said this, and I feel like that was disrespectful, and you be man about it. But if you can't do that, the kid gotta go, because if that kid disrespect you, the other kids feel like, okay, he said that, I can say that. Oh, he said this, but I can say that. But you didn't do this when he said this, so
he got to go, like off the team with Holler.
you baked chicken. You done. Baked chicken.
So at that point, he don't even want to be a part of it.
You don't want a situation like that to turn into a cancer for the team. Because this ain't a football team. We ain't dealing with 50 guys. You can have a couple, like I played college football. We had a couple mishaps with 8 guys. Everybody still know the goal at the end of the day. But a basketball team, it take one guy. It take 2 people. If I have a player that, he might feel some type of way, he might communicate to another player on the team. You down 2 now.
He ain't no Mike. They're going to do it. It's never
You,
equal effort.
you down 2. Now the towel boy, he getting closer to you at the end of the when it's game time. The towel boy just creeping down closer to the season because you let one thing slide. You let one player be a cancer to everybody else. Man, this thing is complex. It's brain surgery. Coaching is brain surgery. It's rocket science.
Do you take into account the kid's home situation?
Yeah, but that also comes down with communication. So the words of the night: communication, foundation, and boundaries. You communicate, everybody be on the same page at the beginning of the season. All right, I'm dealing with a kid, he might come from a single parent household. I talk to mama, right? I let mama know, hey, if mama ain't all there, everybody wasn't in the regular classes. Let's be honest. If mama ain't all there, and I done warned you 3 times. Hey, we been this Polk Hoops.
It's Polk Hoops, boss. You got it. You got it, boss. Go ahead and run with it.
Hey, everybody wasn't in no regular classes, and they got seeds. You got to hold everybody accountable. Make sure everybody on the same page. Everybody sure on the same page, man.
When I first got the Jenkins, I ain't putting nobody on blast, but hey, man, first period, you sat here. Second period, you sat there.
Hey, man, when it get cold outside, hey, listen, when it get cold outside and you in the class that's serving the hot chocolate to students.
Oh, man, the bell ring. They hide so nobody.
It's game time.
But there was some times right there, bro.
If you was in them classes selling snacks, okay, you was in the snack class.
Hey, come on, what time it is? 10:30. What third period? Let me move over. Third period. They still ain't left the class, man. They just moving this.
Chill out, man. Chill out.
That's what Barnes used to run. Barnes had that portable though. That was my boy.
Hey, Barnes, you were serving hot chocolate when it got cold outside. You had the snack class.
So like Boynton had a PlayStation in that bit and everything.
Chill out.
Oh man.
Not the y'all didn't have the carpet with the city map. It was like a city on it with the carpet, the big one.
They
Hey,
was in the
polite.
portable, polite.
Hey, man, I come in there 7:30, 7 o'clock in the morning. Man, I put the L 50. Hey, by 8:30, man, I knocked the whole class out, man. Oh, what we got to work on right on the board. All right, coach, man. Up here, let me go ahead.
So, it come down to communication. Man. Just getting back on topic, but y'all took that thing. Jesus.
Oh man, you did that one, coach.
Nah,
Hey,
this
I
about
Took
you.
it that polite.
Coach, I didn't run with it, coach. I just. All right, let me get it back.
Yeah, man. Take a sip of the solo. Yeah, get back on there. Yeah.
Oh man, so
Hit
hey,
the solo.
we had last week. We had the most everybody played in the tip-off classic. Some people chose not to though. So my question to all three of y'all: what is it? What is the importance of playing in the tip-off classic, or is it important not to? Because like I say, everybody did, and you don't have to. You don't have to play in a tip-off class, but some people played and some people didn't. So, what is you all's take on? And Coach Chin and Coach Shake, I know you all have some thoughts on the extra tip-off class that was over in Bart. So, if you feel like speaking on it, speak on it. If you don't, we just need the opportunity, Coach, and whether you do or not, it's on you. But what's y'all take on tip-off class? Are they kind of like how the NBA went from all these games to not as many games? The NFL went from all these preseason games, not as many games. Do you all see that there is not as much of a need, or not everybody chooses not to do it, or is it some value to it?
That they're useful. I won't go so far as to say that you have to, because to each his own. But for me, I'm always gonna want to have my guys, have my teams play in the preseason class because it's just a cheat code, so to speak, an opportunity to see how my guys are gonna respond. I actually used it to the second game to experiment with some different lineups, maybe some stuff that we were working on. Let's see what it looks like live. So I mean, my program is important, but I see a scenario where a coach may say, "Hey, man, I don't want to do this." Especially, Coach Hen, he don't even, if all your guys still got pads on, how much are you going to get out of a preseason or what have you? But I see they did it. Okay, they played against Star Academy, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. So Coach, he played in it anyway. But I would not have thought that they say Lakeland didn't because, I mean, he don't have his team. I, for the most part, although I had a chance to kids that are aspiring to be, those out the team that he had them to go at least 500. So, uh, you know, not to get off on that, but I'm just saying that I mean it's just to each his own. Like as far as the preseason stuff is concerned, and as far as that extra game that some of the other schools got. To be honest, if that percent I didn't get it, but I wasn't mad. We late reason. What have we done in the past couple of years that we're warrant to be given the opportunity to do that? I always tell my kids, don't complain. We aspire to have that stuff, people to invite you out and to have you be a part of stuff. Just if you win, all that stuff be taken care
Not true.
of. I'm talking about late reason now.
What you say now, Coach?
Not true, Coach.
What's not true, Coach?
You said if you win, people invite you. Everybody counted last year. We ain't get no invite to the tip off. We returned everybody but one player. Did we get an invite? No, but everybody had an excuse why Lakeland wasn't invited. Coach sat there. Everybody came with a different reason why Lakeland wasn't invited. and it's okay. You know what I'm saying? We used to it. But as in preseason, yeah, I didn't play last year because we really didn't. We had one kid that was non-football, one transferred in. We got 3 that's non-football. I mean, what 3? And then we played with the rest was JV players, and we played. We missed free throws, missed layups, but the hustle was there. The hustle was of none. You know, we up and down. We pressed the whole game. Just getting them together. You know, getting them JV kids together for tomorrow and Tuesday as we go to Hillsborough County playing their JV tournament. They got a JV tournament next days, and we take it over there. See if we come out of that victorious. I'm gonna be the first 4 games. You know, for my varsity, I got 10 football players. What we gonna do? Our football, we looking to win the state championship. I won't have them to December 9th. That'll be the first day I get them back. If we win the state championship. December 20th is our first game as a varsity team. And then we cramming in 4 games a week, trying to catch up with everybody else. So when we play teams early and we look sloppy and teams be whooping us, it be okay, but we know hanging because we just got in it. Y'all been in it 2-3 months. But when we get to the end of January where it's rolling and we physical, now you complaining, oh, they pushing us around, they foul, nah, it's a problem because we done caught up with you. The basketball skills up to where yours at. We got to win. We gonna be okay.
So here, y'all first varsity game is when?
December 20th.
First game, Christmas Eve.
Christmas tournament in Daytona. The mainland shootout, bro.
So y'all not doing nothing until December?
We practice. I mean, the kids who non-basketball players in the JV, we practice our butt off every day.
How many varsity kids you got that's non-football?
4.
So if I got 4, you wouldn't even consider putting 4 varsity kids, 4 JV, and just let them have it?
We had that discussion as a team, and the kids like, no, man, y'all, we gonna play all on together because a lot of them seniors.
Even the non-football. Sorry to cut you off. Even the non-football 4 was in. That speaks volumes.
3 seniors and 1 sophomore.
That speaks volumes.
Yeah.
Because I don't care who y'all. Hey, you going to what school for football? Hey, I'm trying to play in November. What's going on? So I just had to ask. You know, I'm a critic. I'm gonna ask questions.
I'm with you. That's what we here to do. We here to answer all questions. You got any more? Yeah. I know it's
not yet. Nah, man. You know, usually I come on here and raise a blood pressure, but you know, I'm just vibing tonight. Yeah. But if I do have another question, like for sure. And then I heard it was like some friction on something that happened. I don't know. I wasn't on Facebook to see it, but it was like, well, I guess y'all were talking about it. The preseason, somebody didn't get invited, or somebody didn't get.
Yeah, I mean, they had their teams. You know, somebody told me we was in one day, then the next day, this person say we in. Then when they come out, we didn't get the email that everybody else got. You know, right. So it wasn't no big. It just tell us the truth.
I mean, and then also you got to think this high school basketball, and at this point at the time of the year, nothing should be, you know, taken seriously. I guess you could feel, you know, some type of way about it, but I feel like, you know, you got your team, you do what you got to do, and control what you can control. If it's out of your control.
Coach, you got a comment. I don't know if you don't have to address it in the comments or not, but
why didn't you get the invite? I don't know why I didn't get invited. That's what we trying to figure out.
The one after that one, Coach. What the one before that?
That's my parent. That's Miss Vern. Hey, Vern.
Okay, I just, you know.
That's our new parent. Came from Catalina. We appreciate it.
So you're not playing until the 20th. That's your take. By the head coach Shake, you have about 5-10 games in by the 20th, right?
Shake them will be in the playoffs by December 20th. Shea be one game from the White House by December 20th. Lakeland just gonna be putting their shoes on. They just gonna be handing out their player pack.
Hey, in a couple of schools, it's in Victory and who else? I know Lakeland won, Lake Gibson, Lakeland, Lake Wells, and Frostproof won. But for everybody else, it's helmets on the left, shoulder pads to the right. Them the only three still left. Right?
Yeah, us Lake Wells and Victory.
And no,
us Lake Wells,
Lakeland Christian and Frostproof.
Lakeland Christian and Frostproof. Yeah,
14.
That's more than usual.
So Woodhaven and Victory is to the left and to the right now. So to Miss Loman's point, Coach Hen, so she put it in the chat. If the kids are in the basketball, does it matter if they play JV or not?
No, it don't matter. Because some games, I know these kids when they come back from football, some of them gonna be on the break. Their body beat up. So them kids that's playing JV, that's been practicing, some of them guys will come up and give us a boost, and might make it hard for us to pick between the two kids.
Okay. All right, Coach, y'all on here, so we're gonna release our third team all Polk Hoops preseason players. Let y'all kind of speak on it, trash it. When we start releasing lists, we become trash. As always. So this is our annual preseason trash list. But before we do that, we did 3 honor rolls. We did best defender, best rebounder, and what else we did? Shooter.
And shooter.
So did we get it? I mean, we just kind of put names out there before. We just put it out there for the people to kind of discuss it. And y'all all three are pretty connected with Polk County basketball. If you had to name shooter, rebounder, and what else I just said? Defender. Who comes to mind? Or does anybody come to mind for you?
Shooter, that kid from Santa Fe. The kid came from Durant. I don't know his name.
Aiden Jones.
That boy shoot that ball, coach.
Better than Darner?
Him and Tate, they both shoot, but boy, that boy shoot that ball. I think it Tate too. And Bartow, the one that went to Bartow, Daniel.
So, okay.
Did Santa Fe transfer?
Yeah, he can shoot too.
When that boy get hot,
yeah.
Boy.
So those 3 guys?
For sure. Them 3 for sure come to mind.
Okay.
Oh, the Victory kid too, Mike.
And Dino? Okay.
Definitely shoot the ball.
Coach Shea, any input?
Both of those two go kind of stage. And Daniel that's over at Bartow. And like I said, I had the pleasure of watching him in over the summer. And man, he can really, really, really fill it up. But I also say this too, like D Hardy. He shoot that basketball.
I wasn't gonna mention him because the comments say I'm biased, but I appreciate that, Coach. D shoot that ball with anybody else in the county.
I invite anybody come and watch that and you will see like shoot that ball. That's a big reason for their success. He's a big reason for their success. I mean,
Okay. We got shooters, so rebounders. Any input on the rebounders?
It has to be somebody in navy blue and yellow. The kid that's going to Georgia?
Dylan James.
But you would say he the best rebounder, Polite?
Who else a rebounder? Who out jumping him?
The kid on his team is a better rebounder than he is.
Who is it?
The Salazar kid is probably the best rebounder in the county.
Yeah, he's a rebounding machine.
If you're looking at it by numbers, the top returning rebound in the county actually came from Jordan Christian Prep. If you're looking at just by numbers,
Jordan Christian Prep, they FSSA.
Zay, you my Zay?
the Zay kid, yeah.
He's a good rebounder. He's a good rebounder. Obviously, the first thing you think, you're wondering who is he rebounding against. But
Exactly.
Polite, have you seen them play?
I've seen him play up close to person. That kid is a real deal.
I heard what's the league? I heard it was like a homeschool league.
Bro, I just asked you, have you seen the people play? I ain't saying nothing about a homeschool league. Have you seen the people play?
I mean,
Hey, that was
when you going to see somebody play,
that was Reggie.
don't it matter who they playing against?
No, bro, just
But I've seen him play against.
That's like
They
you have you seen Golden State Warriors play? Well, when they play Stetson? Hey,
no,
come on, man, dog.
they for real. And if you I look at their schedule, they play George Pickens, they play some
Yeah,
this, so maybe opportunity to get out and check him out. See, that kid alone, he's alone.
so Simmons, he could play like in the county, like basketball with the county.
I heard they got a few kids. I heard they got a few kids that could step out into regular basketball and have a good career. But when you playing in the homeschool league, come on now. The kid.
That's all I want to know.
The game I seen, the point guard was 5'3", probably 13 years old.
Next question, Coach Barnes.
Please.
Who's gonna win with him, bro?
The best defender, what we say, who we say best defender? Is it Dylan and everybody else?
Is it Dylan because he blocked shots?
I'm just asking, Coach. Is it Dylan and everybody else?
I wouldn't say Dylan's the best defender.
He's the best shot blocker in the county.
Yeah, he's the only shot blocker.
No, the kid from Bartow.
Ed has
Okay. Ed is serious.
Ed hasn't. But I also think
Ed will wait 10 seconds after you release the ball and then jump and block it. He the best in the county. Is shot blocking. He the best.
Ed is a better shot blocker than Dylan.
Yeah, Dylan got the listen to what I'm saying. This is what hype does, right? He has the big time offer. Ed is a better shot blocker. He's got it down to a science. He's perfected the block. That's what he does.
Is that or that's a
no? This is. I'm not. Look, I ain't wearing no Bartow gear. I got on gray and black. I look like a Raiders fan.
No, you don't.
What I'm saying is,
no, you don't like a Raiders fan, Reggie. Keep going.
You're right. I don't look like a Raiders fan.
Keep going, Polite, man. My bad.
Because I don't got clown paint on my face. You're right. I don't look like a Raiders fan. But listen to what I'm saying. This is not biased. This is just strictly basketball. I have not, when it comes to best shooter, all that, I haven't said nobody Bartow. I haven't mentioned orange and blue. I mentioned McGriff's name once or twice. I'm biased. I'm not being biased.
Respect.
But he a way better shot. He's got it down to a science. That's his forte.
You would say Ed is a better shot blocker than Dylan.
Definitely. Now, if Ed had a offer from or committed to West Virginia, then y'all be like, yeah, I can see that. But he's still a big
statement, boy.
He's still growing into that.
So are you saying that when I'm saying most people are giving the edge to Dylan because he committed to Georgia?
He has more hype. He has more hype. He has more hype. He has the full package. He's a senior. He's going to Georgia, so he's got to do something right. So let me get this to him. And the better. I'm telling you, watch. Just watch. I ain't talking no more. Just watch.
So
it's gonna be interesting. I like it.
From your list, Coach Polite, is the jury still out on Dillon, even though he done signed and got the hype?
You mean what are you saying?
Like, I mean, you're saying right now he got the hype, and if I don't want to misquote it, I'm saying this wrong, check me then. But it sounds like you're saying that you would take Ed and shot blocking. Really, the only reason that Dillon in the conversation is kind of the hype machine. And
All right, let's be honest. All right, when I say Dillon has the hype, he's when you hear Polk County basketball and you think premier, it's Dillon. Just because it's SEC basketball. He passed the eye test. He's athletic. Great kid. But I'm telling you, when it comes to shot blocking, just shot blocking. That's it. We're not talking about who got the better motor, who's more athletic, who's the better shooter, who's the better rebounder. Shot blocking, and I'm not talking about the all-around player.
just shot blocking. Yeah.
Just shot blocking. This kid got it down to a science. He gonna wait until you release the ball.
So when they play each other, he should have more shot blocks than Dillon because they do play each other.
I mean, let's be honest. You seen what happened. You didn't attend the Winter Haven Bartow game at Winter Haven. I'm gonna say something biased. The calling, the officiating was booty juice. But that's the second game when they played in the district.
Okay. Well, you're not saying it, but you're saying it with your hands.
I mean, did the Georgia offer have to be there then?
So
Shots was getting blocked. Somebody had to do something. I'm going on a Winter Haven rant. All that talent. Come on.
is that you jumping in, Coach Shay?
I mean, I think Dillon is he just does it so effortlessly. But I also agree with Reggie, like for Ed to not be 6 whatever, man, he's a really shot blocker. So I can see,
How tall is Ed right now? 6'7"?
I'd say that. Who knows? This man grow.
I haven't seen him in a while. That's why I'm asking.
This man grow an inch every time I see him. Who knows? What he was, the height he was 2 hours ago, he not gonna be that in the morning.
Gotcha.
He growing.
Well, them two national teams, so
will we see?
we should be able to see that matchup.
Coach,
I think you want to hear something crazy.
Yes, sir.
I think, and I feel like I'm a little bit crazy, and I just been drinking water tonight. Don't mind me. I think Ed could possibly, because Bartow's really, and here we go. I said Bartow. Bartow's really big on player development, especially at the post position. Now, I've seen Chris Perry, 2 points, 3 points on JV. Player development is key. I feel like he could possibly crack that All-American.
All-American, like all 50 states All-American, or you talking about like all county?
All-American.
All-American. Okay.
Now, if you seen what happened, the young fella that went to UNC, the beginning stages, it was like a baby giraffe. At player development over time.
I mean, now we know that McGriff and his staff do a great job of developing.
Call me crazy, but I think Ed has that potential.
Ed got a soft touch around the rim. He always had a jump shot.
And it's kind of long and linky and it look awkward, but when it's time, it's time. If he get it all together, that kid's dangerous.
So the best two post players Bartow has had in recent memory, let me say it that way, would be Tony and Chris, right? Will we disagree with that? Or I see
Yeah,
you all.
that's fact. That's facts.
So you're with all he healthy, all things being equal, you can see Ed cracking that
Finished product.
an echelon.
He's got the potential. He's got the potential. If he continues to elevate each year, Chris Perry continue to elevate each year. That finished product, it ain't no denying it.
Oh, well, he's 24, Coach Higgins, but you're probably not gonna like it. I put preseason all third team because he not on it. But we're gonna release it right now and let y'all, chop it up, and we'll post it on the page tomorrow. So first one we have is 24 kid Alex Sessoms from McKeel. Second, we have a 25 kid, Zay Mosley from JCP. Third, we have 24 kid from Lakeland, D. Hardy. Fourth,
Who is Ladarius Hagan? He said, "Why did they lose to Kathleen in the first round?" And he got a Winter Haven logo in his profile. Come on now, Pontevedra.
He used to be the AD at Kathleen. Now he's the track coach at Winter Haven.
Pontevedra. Continue. And then Pontevedra.
Coach, do you feel like we'll pause it. We'll get one more and Tate Donner is the other one for the third team. Okay. So since you on that, Pontevedra. I know you have very strong feelings on what happened with Pontevedra.
Out coached. I can say it. Everybody else can't say it. Unlike Kanye, they can't hold me back. LeBron James, Kanye West, y'all can't speak on that. I can.
Yeah, I just be quiet because they'll tell me I'm hating. So
out coach.
Coach Pontevedra was a pretty good team, though.
Man, that was some intricate stuff.
You better hit it.
That was some intricate stuff.
But Pontevedra was a good team, though, Coach.
They were a well-coached team.
Well-coached team. They ran a lot of sets, Coach. They ran a lot of sets.
Hit the solo cut. Go ahead. Say what you got to say.
They ran with sets. They just ran.
Remember, Coach, you said today was keeping it real. We want to
hold
hold them back.
That's why y'all here, Coach. And I ain't said nothing, Coach. When I say to Coach Polite, that means I know that y'all got more to say. So I'm gonna I'm trying to be a good host and allow the conversation to go where.
And this might be the longest podcast in Polk Hoops history. We're going on.
We're gonna get it all out tonight. We ain't getting off.
Let's just if we on the Miss Shaw, keep in mind I'm Miss Shaw say why you hating on Winter Haven. I'm just
somebody brought up Bartow Kathleen.
So Juice, was you talking about nephew? Was you talking about Ed?
Yeah, that's his nephew.
Nephew, okay. So Juice, are you biased or you kind of legit? He biased for 10? It ain't that wrong being biased. Ain't that wrong being biased.
Good, but Juice biased.
So and that's cool. Just own it. So did we leave Ed off by our third team? I know you're saying that when you got about Pontevedra, and we had a discussion off the air a couple of times. If they were to play 10 times, Coach Polite, and I asked you and I asked all three of y'all, what would you all say? We've had the discussion, me and the other two co-hosts.
I say Winter Haven beat them 8 out of 10 times if they played 10 times.
Winter Haven, it wouldn't even take 10 times. Honestly, it would take. I'm an experienced coach. Why am I in a 2-3 zone against a 3-point shooting team? It don't take 10 times. One decision, you have a championship. Now you transition to 7A, which everybody knew was going to happen. Winter Haven is the 4th fastest growing area in the United States, behind Fort Worth, Texas, by the way. So everybody knew they was going to go up 7A. Now you got to go through the Carlos Boozer, his sons. What you think gonna happen there?
Coach, there's a lot of people that feel like Winter Haven, with the addition of KJ, got Columbus number, Coach. How y'all?
K,
We'll put it out since it's out there. We'll have there's a lot of people that like Winter Haven with KJ against Columbus.
I like them because they from the county.
yeah, I'm going for him, but
I'm
the
gonna go
reality of the situation.
But I just seen that Columbus team on ESPN this summer beating LeBron James team and winning the whole summer thing with their whole team and they coach. The assistant coach coaching and the coach sitting on the sideline. So
Listen, that Columbus team,
Winter Haven is
they're
capable. I'll just leave it at that. They're capable of winning.
They could beat Division II teams right now. Let's be honest.
Columbus.
Yes.
They tough, coach. You can't take that from them. They tough.
No, we're not taking that away from Columbus. They clearly tough, and then they won it last year with essentially a bunch of underclassmen. But, and that's just just the tail of the tape type deal. When Haven picking up KJ
it's a huge plus.
Position, and you got some athletes, coach, on that bench now. Whether they decide to play them or not, especially since it's basketball season when Haven now, because Mineola took care, made that West basketball season. Do you all? Hey, coach, they did. They made them put the helmet. They made them put the helmet to the left and showed back to the right. They weren't ready, but it's time. So
Mineola then put 2 county schools out back to back.
When Haven lined them up, it's basketballs in Bartow, it's basketballs in Haven right now. So when Haven play 9-10 people, coach.
But will they?
If they chose to play them.
Will they play 9 to 10, Coach Moore?
And the thing about it is, will they put the right 9 in?
Say again?
Will they put the right combination of the 9 in?
That's a good question. That's a great question.
Will those kids play off when they'll be ready? That's my question.
Say it again, Simmons.
I said, will they get an opportunity to play all season? Like if they're getting an opportunity to play throughout the entire season, where they're a part of the rotation, I think it gives them a better chance opposed to, they don't really play that much, and then now when you get to the time where you need them, they're not ready. Last year I was at that game, and I think Winter Haven was the better team. I think whatever Pontevedra, whatever it was, it was their day.
Sims, what did I say to you before the game started?
What did he say, Simmons? People want to know what he said.
Before the game started, I'm talking about warm-ups, people still bringing their popcorn up, people still at the concession stand before the game started. What I said.
Oh, is that about somebody when it come down to coaching?
Pontevedra. The whole, whatever you want to express.
You predicted the outcome.
You said they were going to lose for the game, coach, before they threw the ball up?
Yes. I told them they was going to lose, how they was going to lose, and it played out right in front of my eyes. I should have put money on the game.
So
I can't do that.
What was your prediction how it was going to go? I mean, clearly it went. What your word?
Let me say this. If you're just my team, if Winter Haven's going to beat Columbus, they probably should have played Lakeland twice this year.
Okay. Columbus should have played Lakeland twice in basketball.
Because if I'm not mistaken, they played Lake Wales twice this year, right?
Columbus?
No, I'm talking about Winter Haven.
Winter Haven plays Lake Wales at least one time. I don't know about twice, but at least one time.
First Friday.
I'm just saying, for the coach, for their own, go play Lakeland.
You got to play at Lakeland, and then you got to play at Lakeland with the refs hand cool with. That's adversity. That's going to get you prepared.
Well, what about when I got to go to Bartow this year and every ref is cool with McGriff? Every
Listen,
ref. No, Reggie. The same ref that was giving you that hook that you do and Chris Perry do and Tony Bradley do and the next big man do. Every ref that don't call that hook, I got to deal with that this year coming down there playing with McGriff and the guys.
but
You know,
listen, man. Out of all the games I watched, I never seen a referee in the hospitality room.
they got their own at Bartow in McGriff office.
Regular season.
Mosaic.
This is regular season. But hey, bro.
We just
I
talking.
like to laugh.
You my guy. We just talking.
I like to laugh, man. I'm gonna make a joke out of everything, but
No, but as Simmons said, we
I
don't
never.
want to hate.
And last year, what's the referee with the ball head and the goals? He was giving a massage in the third quarter. Come
I don't
on,
know what you're talking
man.
about, cuz. No, listen. I don't play one to Haven this year, Reggie.
Why not?
We're not. I guess we're not on the national perspective that they playing on.
Chill out, man, dog.
They're playing a national schedule.
Okay? Let me be honest. My senior year, we played McDonald's. We played City of Palms. The hardest games was in the district. We went to state. State was a breeze. I talk to Jay Fogg about this all the time. I'm like, bro, that sickle game was easier than the district game.
That sickle game was easy.
Why are you should play? What? I don't care if you get a last minute, somebody fell through in Seattle, they tell y'all to come, y'all go. I ain't gonna speak on that.
I don't know what happened.
Why not play the in county games? You know?
Everybody want to see that game. Now my seniors got to go off. Last time playing one of Haven would be in summer league with 8 kids, and we beat them for the summer league championship. We don't get to see the regular season matchup.
That's
the last
weird to
game
me.
you will see a one of Haven and Lakeland is that summer league game for a while, because
That's
we're not gonna play them for a while, and they didn't want to play this year, so we're not gonna play for a while.
That's weird to me because
It's very weird to me too, but you can't pick and play me when you want to.
that's weird to me. Like, and I felt some type of way. I'm gonna be honest. Like, I felt some type of way because Lakeland didn't play on the road. I felt like that hurt y'all in the end.
It was my year to get home games. So,
yeah, and it fell perfectly with the gauntlet district that we had. That was a bloodbath district.
Yeah,
that's a bloodbath.
So now this year we're on the road. We on the road a lot.
You split though. You could put Lakeland, Bartow, and Winter Haven in a totally different district. We're gonna see each other in the playoffs. You gonna put us in the same district? That's a bloodbath. Yeah. And it worked out perfectly on your end because you getting them home games, right? So how it hurt y'all in the end was we done played y'all at Lakeland so many times, it felt like we at home. So when it count, we don't see the difference. We just play a ball.
Then it fell through.
I don't care how much you massage the referees. Oh, you got the baby shower meatballs in the hospitality room. You got to play ball.
Then it just fell through crazy. Like, we was on the road. First game, we beat that team. Y'all lost Kathleen. We got the home game again.
Yeah.
Then another home game. We shouldn't have to lead the city of Lakeland to get to the Final Four. We just, I guess we won in God's plan that year. So we just try back this year, bro.
Yeah, man, it's gonna be another beautiful year, man. Y'all need to wrap this up because I'm tired.
Yes, sir.
Hey, but yeah, man, it's gonna be another beautiful year, man. I love the county, man. Y'all, first off, I'll be in the comments trolling, but I'm gonna let it be heard, man. I'm a Bartow kid, man. I love my dad coached girls basketball at Bartow for like 20-some years. It felt like I grew up in that gym. That's all I know. So I'm Bartow head to toe, man, and I love Polk County basketball, man. Hey man, they just a bunch of football kids that they play basketball season. Nah, we can line up with anybody. It don't matter. Oh, is the county behind? Is the county where they supposed to be at? Man, we exactly where we need to be at. We one play away. We one play away.
That's real.
But you got to think. We're football players. We in the country. We don't got no metro city. Oh, you drive through Polk County to get to Orlando from Tampa. That's all we know for. That's how they gonna treat us. So we gotta shift our mindset, elevate our mindset that we can play with anybody. the discussion and the question at the end of the podcast should never be, are we where we supposed to be at? We right where we supposed to be at. Because you got to think, preseason, Windermere, coming to Bartow. All them Orlando schools coming to Polk County preseason because they know what time it is. We right there. We just don't get the media hype. They got the Orlando Magic. They got UCF. They got all that. Well, we got Publix warehouse. That's everybody know. Everybody know Polk County. Oh, Lakeland had the first Red Lobster. Oh, Publix. That's where Publix started. That's it. That's it. But we right there with everybody else, man. That's all I have to say, man. I love my county. Sometimes I'm critical, but I'm just from the county. We harder on ourselves than anybody else. We are our biggest critic. But at the end of the day, man, this the county, man. This the county. Respect it.
So my last question to all three of y'all on that. What does it take for us to take the next step? Do we have the ability this year to take the next step? And what does that take from you all's viewpoint? Last question of the night.
You just got to keep chopping wood, and then we got to have better plans. Because right now, Orange got their neck on us, and when in head-to-head match against the premier schools, they coming up on top. So all we can do is chopping wood and keep going to play them.
Yeah, 2 out of 4 losses was to Orlando schools. But we just got to keep working, man. Just they have an all-around basketball 24/7. You know,
Yes.
we athletes, bro. We total athletes. Our kids run track, play basketball, play football.
Badminton, play spades.
All that. You know what I'm saying? Our kids do that. They in the gym 24/7.
You have do the Magic. You play 4 basketball throughout this year, and you starting at 6 years old. It definitely is an advantage. Orlando, like you said, they put their up and down. Even their middle school sports, because they actually take the Polk County. So by the time there's a lot of, if you don't get nobody for a lot of times, you gotta do some crap on them.
I got one point. The thing that separate Orange County basketball, and I hate putting Orange County basketball on a pedestal, but let's be honest, it's some premier talent consecutively, consistent. The only thing that separates Polk County and Orange County when it comes to basketball is Polk County public schools and fundings with middle schools and elementary. When they start taking it serious, that's that ground level. 8th grade, 6th, 7th grade, you playing with kids you going to high school with. That's how it is in Orlando. And all that transferring, a couple kids transfer in Orlando, but I'm just rocking with the guys I went to middle school with. And we're gonna continue to go. And it's year round. Summer league, basketball, you got your summer league basketball. And then when it comes to the preseason, when they do that little Orlando Invitational, they running on all cylinders. Out the gate, 40-piece sausage, not Vienna. I'm talking about the long joint that'd be like a C in the package. First out the gate.
Yeah.
And we still got grass on our kneecaps from football season. It's year round.
And the Metro versus Florida coming up this week.
Wednesday.
This weekend, yeah.
Y'all, hey, Lakeland's still in pads.
Yeah.
That's the difference. I mean, we got that, and that's why we got a chip on our shoulder.
But doesn't Orlando play the same level of football we play in Polk County?
They got more kids. You're working with more kids.
Yeah.
You can play in this. How many kids in Dr. Phillips playing football? 3? How many kids in Lakeland playing football on the team? Exactly. Now, who from Lakeland? Who from Dr. Phillips? Committed to where did Tyler? Where Tyler going to school at?
Georgia.
Premier talent. He's still playing. It's the same situation, man. But we get held. We kind of got to step back from them because they're dealing with more kids.
Coach, I got to promise them. Kid like Roe. Roe can go to Orlando, be a premier guard. He'll get that.
Yes.
The looks from the big school, the D1 school, like you say. Here he only getting the football offers, and it's crazy. He the same kid, but they're going over there looking for that. He would be the man over there.
That's the perspective of Polk County.
Yeah.
That's the outside perspective. That's all it comes down to is how they vision. Oh, I got to go to Polk County to find this. What college coach from Duke coming to Polk County looking for a post?
Duke
or
really don't go in the hood. You got to use another school, coach. Duke don't go in the hood. Duke go suburbs.
They're not going in the gardens.
That's why he drinking. Yeah, that's why he drinking that cup. They don't go in the gardens or Washington Park or nothing like that. They gonna go.
Let me see. Just any other
yeah.
SEC, ACC schools, they not coming here looking for basketball talent unless they see it somewhere else or by word of mouth.
Well, with Duke, they got to go to the guys' office to the coach's office. So that kind of eliminates a lot of Polk County, unfortunately.
And then UNC, they don't really. UNC, you got to pass the paper bag test to get in there, but
I have an interesting perspective because I started out in Atlanta. Polk County is known for its toughness as far as basketball is concerned. Like the year that when I was at Evans and we went to the Final Four, we played like 5 or 6 schools from Polk County because Crossroads told us, if we want to get, then we need to play Polk County because it's going to make us tough. And he was right. So when you go to Polk County, you better, don't be worried about no foul. They're going to be tough. Like I thought, summer, late today, I have to fight. You just got to be tougher than there. They want to be tough. So that's why on time. He's just going to be foul. So we got to do a better job in that regard too. Work on skill, especially in the game. Don't worry so much about what you won. Yeah, but it's better. Can they put both hands? You know what I mean?
Yeah. And then the last thing, I'm done for the night. Growing up, playing basketball, how do me and Simmons cross paths? I'm a Polk County kid. He in Orlando. How do we cross paths?
Because when we played, y'all, we always heard about. So I said, "I'm gonna go to Memphis. You need to get that kid."
And they playing basketball at a high level year round. I'm driving I know Orlando to this day. I'll never get lost in Orlando because I've been there so much as a kid, going there on the weekend playing basketball in tournaments, preseason, summer leagues. I can get lost in North Lakeland before I get lost in Orlando.
Just call me, cuz I got you, North Lakeland. Just call me.
Nah, you gonna set me up, big dog. But yeah, man. That just goes to show you I had to go to Orlando to get that experience that I needed for basketball. Not saying it wasn't in Polk.
Man, come on.
It wasn't in Polk. It wasn't. Coach Mervin, he gave me exposure with the crossovers and everything, then Florida Elite. Then I played Dream Team, with Brandon Knight then. I had to go there to get that experience. So, yeah, man. I love y'all, but you going to wrap this thing up, Barnes?
Yes, sir. This is it, Coach Polite. We appreciate you. Last thing, anything that you guys want to say relates to we getting started for real with your teams or just season overall. I appreciate y'all giving some of your time tonight. Any final thoughts or words that you got. If you don't, that's fine. If you do, that's fine.
Just want to wish the county luck this year, man. Everybody, I wish y'all luck. I hope we all do great. I hope we all can make it to the what we got to make it to, to be successful. Just let's get these kids more media, more attention, and let's come together as coaches and get that end of the year tournament together. Like for the last 6 games of the year, 4 or 5 games of the year, we should do a county tournament. There's no reason we don't have it. Everybody get in, go buy records, and we just play it. How much money it'll generate for everybody. We ain't got to play it at nobody home. We can play it at a one site. You know what I'm saying? But we got to come together and do that. I mean, everybody else do it. We the only kind of
You got the pool, man.
No, man, they don't like me like that. But
They said you got the keys to the city.
They just be acting like that. They don't like me like that, cuz.
Everybody else. They take that Metro thing serious. The Metro piece thing each other. All I have to say, just continue to keep us in your prayers, man. We played for JJ all this season, and any long reason, it's gonna be that. So just continue to keep us in y'all prayers, man.
Okay. Well, to the 4 football teams that still left: Lakeland, Lake Wells, Frostproof, and Lakeland Christian. Good luck to y'all this Friday night. Everybody this week, you're celebrating your holidays with your family. Be safe and enjoy your family. That's what it's all about. I know there are some games this weekend after Thanksgiving. I know the Metro is doing their thing and over in that area. So playing, good luck to you, man. If you're practicing, good luck to you. Hope everybody can stay safe and healthy. Appreciate Coach Hen, Coach Shake, and Coach Polite stopping in and rocking with us tonight, man. Y'all did a great job. Appreciate y'all. Y'all welcome anytime you want to jump in. Y'all always got a access pass to Polk, so we appreciate y'all. So to everybody that was rocking tonight, we appreciate y'all. Y'all be safe this week. I know you got the week off from school. And till next time, next week, man, Polk, we'll post the 3rd team tonight. We'll post the other 2 teams. We kind of got going on a different tangent, so we didn't get them. So we'll release them on the page. But we appreciate y'all, man. Thank y'all for giving us some of your time tonight, and everybody else. Till next time, Polk, we out. Y'all be safe this week, man. Be safe.
All right.
All right, man.